fair share of issues with teams from the so-called group of five. And today, they meet the cream of the crop, a playoff team from a year ago who sees this as nothing more than a golden opportunity. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the Boise State Broncos, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Broncos will get us started with the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Notre Dame's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football, and one of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Marcus Freeman added another chapter to the Year 3 success stories of Notre Dame coaches taking the Irish to the national championship game, and he looks like a cornerstone coach for the future.
It was so impressive what they were able to do, bouncing back from an early season loss against Northern Illinois when everybody counted them out. He's done an outstanding job recruiting. He's got a great coaching staff. This team is built and ready to make another run.
Yeah, he's got superstar written all over him. He has the next coach to break that ceiling and win a title. Just recruiting up, belief up, discipline up. Notre Dame looks like a national championship contender.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. To the air, it's Carr. That's caught. It's lob. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll move the tight end. Keep it on the ground. He stopped short of the first down, but he gets it into plus territory on the scramble, and now decision time on 4. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The Broncos offense will go to work for the first time. And David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Yeah, he's a piece, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone setter, and he can be that, sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently, Jesse.
But they need him to show up when it matters the most, and there's going to be times in this game like we've seen throughout his career when the defense wants to take away wide receivers or players on the perimeter, and that's when this guy has to show up and shine. He's got vision, he's got cutting ability, he's got speed, but that's got to be on display in this game.
He can throw it,
He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Back to throw, it's Madsen. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And the Broncos decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Here's the return. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on second and short. Give to the back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. The give to the left side. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Oh, he's got some space. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. To the air, it's Madsen. Under fire. Got it in the middle, it's Riley. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The give to the back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Broncos are in the hurry-up. The Broncos are learning about life after Ashton Genty last year with the sensational season, got close to Barry Sanders' single-season rushing yards record. When you change things, how much of an impact could that have on the way they distribute the ball, Dick?
I mean, they're going to have to find their go-to guys, but here's the thing. You know it's going to be a really good system. And having Mad Dog back at quarterback, a guy that you know you can trust how to distribute the football, knows the plays, a lot of experience back on the offensive line. There's a lot of others that were still here for that playoff run.
The snap sets up the throw. They go to the wide receiver screen. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages, it tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Broncos. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Looking for a man. It's Carr. Fires to the tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. A first down for the offense. Gets the back moving. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's long. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Just keep swinging it. Working on the right. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Lost a throw on first down. And the running back made the catch along the sidelines, but he drifted out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this.
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. With the catch, it's Bates. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. The offense set for a first down play. The throw to the outside is complete. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds. And the Broncos have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
On 4th down, trying to find his man. He's got it, first down and more. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. To the air, it's Madsen. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage, and did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them, and it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process, and that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
Line getting set on second down. Back to pass. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking for the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Going right to work up top. Quickly complete. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sherrod. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
And it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in South Bend. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas there in the shadows of Touchdown Jesus.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. About to kick it away again as we are tied up in the third quarter. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Tie game here early in the second half, and offensively you're hoping to get something going, but after that incompletion, it kind of kills all of your momentum. This quarterback is really going to have to lock in.
Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. You talk about taking the wind out of a crowd. A fourth down conversion will do that.
Yeah, they were jacked up in here, excited. The fans get loud, rush the passer, and how about the conversion? The big fourth down conversion here in the third quarter to give yourself some life in a tight ball game.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some...
Breaks into the open. pick up on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Going to work on second down in the red zone and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Dropping back, it's Madsen. Touchdown, Boise State! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And that's the hardest part about playing a mobile quarterback. It's not the first play. The first play was a pass. It's the second play where he decides to pull it down, Jesse, becomes a running back, and makes something happen.
You're right, David. That's why so many coaching staffs now are trying to recruit dual-threat athletes at quarterback because of situations just like that. Down in the red zone, nobody open. You're not just going to throw it away and be okay kicking a field goal. You're taking off, and you're going to capitalize with a touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, you can make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Georgia is currently up big at this moment, so much so they're on the verge of giving UGA the rest of the day off. They're up by 18 over Kentucky. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Use the play fake, now to throw. He finds a dead spot in the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. They go to the ground. Runs for the tackle. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
They just find ways to find the big fellas. Those big tight ends are huge targets for the quarterbacks. The throws are usually in between the numbers. That makes it pretty easy. Usually sure-handed guys like that just come across the field, make plays for you.
Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Gets it out quickly. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
They'll leave it with him. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Extra point here will tie the game.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with you guys.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. They'll get this drive started from the 29. The give to the tailback. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. The Broncos will hustle to the line.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to throw, it's Madsen. Makes the grab.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Looking for room, it's Sherrod. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incomplete.
Hauls it in, the first down and more.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. The play action fake. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the Broncos will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away.
Really nice job there by the punter on that one, getting a lot of hang time and allowing the gunners to get down the field so they could play it off the bounce, down it. Nice coffin corner kick.
We've got a tie game, and this defense will try to keep it that way with just a few minutes left. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Couldn't fight his way out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
And that's exactly what you call complementary football. The punter doing a great job downing the opponent inside their own 5-yard line. Then the defense takes the field, and they get the safety. You've got to love that if you're the head coach.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the biggest drive for this defense. They need this stop the way the rest of us need oxygen. If they don't get it, they're done. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They played with great effort. They've gotten halves to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Looking to throw, it's Madsen. Quickly complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. Caught close to the marker, it's Bates. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the 4th quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. When a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. Scanning the field, it's Madsen. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting now, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the catch.
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could... And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Pauling. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. And they got to the line expeditiously, spiked it and stopped the clock. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. To the air on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a 3-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
Gotta find a completion on this one. He's gonna run it. And he gives himself up, but not before he moves those sticks. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really good